Gear 5 is one of the most iconic transformations in anime history, sparking curiosity among fans and newcomers alike. Today, we are going to discuss everything we know about Gear 5 and Luffy's mythical sun god Nika's Zoan fruit. Luffy's Gear 5 transformation is visually striking, much like Goku's Super Saiyan form, making it instantly memorable. His hair, eyebrows, and clothing become a striking shade of white, enhanced by a floating white cloud around his neck, a trait similar to other Zoan awakened fruit users. The crimson tint of Luffy's pupils and his bushy white eyebrows makes his appearance even more unique. This new look not only changes his physical form, but also symbolizes his extraordinary new abilities. So, how did Luffy awaken this legendary power? Let's dive into how Luffy unlocked this incredible power, which, oddly enough, seems to have been triggered by his apparent death. During the pivotal battle on Onigashima, after Kaido seemingly crushes Luffy, he appears dead. While it's not explicitly stated, Kaido appears convinced of this. Additionally, Momonosuke claims that Luffy's voice is gone, and since Momo has the voice of all things, we can be confident that he's not making things up. Moments later, it's announced that Joy Boy has returned, showing off this iconic smile. We then learn that Gear 5 is Luffy finally awakening his devil fruit powers, unlocking the true potential of his fruit. The five elders proceed to explain that the Gomu Gomu no Mi is actually a mythical Zoan type human fruit, sun god Nika. The fruit aligns with what we know about Luffy, transforming the user's body into rubber while also granting increased strength and freedom, allowing them to fight in any way they please. Described as the most ridiculous power in the world, the user is only limited by their imagination, which is the most intriguing aspect of Luffy's new abilities. Essentially, he gains Toon Force, a cartoon-like power system that lets him transcend reality and manipulate the laws of nature at will. Eiichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece, revealed that Gear 5's cartoon-like transformation was inspired by Tom and Jerry. This inspiration is evident in Luffy's actions in chapter 1044, where Luffy uses an enormous fist to grab Kaido like a toy. Luffy then puffs up his muscles like a cartoon character, swings Kaido around like a tornado, and slams him back and forth as if he were mere fodder. It's clear that Luffy has gained an incredible power boost, casually beating down an emperor like Kaido in a way we've never seen before. In addition to his strength, Luffy's speed is also remarkable, as seen during his battle with Rob Lucci on Egghead Island. He effortlessly matches and completely overpowers Rob Lucci's own awakened Zoan fruit with immense ease. Gear 5 makes Luffy one of the most overpowered characters in the series. His powers allow for extraordinary feats that seem impossible, as if he were in a cartoon where his body changes in bizarre ways based on physical or emotional states. For example, in chapter 1111, when Luffy got hit by Topman Warcury's Haki Roar, most of his physical features, like his clothes and scars, were literally blown off of him before he had to physically reattach them. Additionally, Luffy demonstrates his imagination by creating objects from different resources, like making goggles from his flaming hair and constructing a baseball bat and helmet from a tree. Gear 5 also shares similarities with typical Paramecia Devil Fruit awakenings. For instance, we witnessed Luffy grabbing the rooftop and bending it up to block Kaido's blast breath, effectively transforming his environment into rubber. By making surfaces rubbery, he can cushion himself from powerful blows and even bounce off or launch himself from whatever surface his power affects. This ability mirrors what we've seen with other awakened Paramecia users, such as Katakuri's Mochi and Doflamingo's Strings. However, a unique feature of Luffy's awakened power is his apparent ability to affect others as if they were made of rubber. This is demonstrated when he inflates Kaido like a balloon, stretches through his eyeballs, and distorts Lucci's abdomen with his Gum Gum Don rocket. This brings me to an exciting announcement for all One Piece fans. If you're fascinated by Luffy's awakened Gear 5th form and want to own a piece of this legendary power, visit nengarden.com for our exclusive Luffy Gear 5th playmat. It's perfect for fans wanting to bring a bit of Luffy's incredible power into their space. It's the same playmat featured in the thumbnail of this video, so don't miss out. Now, back to Luffy's abilities. Gear 5 stands out as one of the most overpowered forms in the series. Yet, despite these extraordinary feats, it also comes with limitations. Gear 5 doesn't make Luffy invulnerable. Kaido notes that Luffy's still vulnerable to slashing attacks, as demonstrated by Kaido and by Kizaru's light sword attack in chapter 1093, which injures Luffy. This suggests potential future threats from enemies with strong slashing abilities like Figureland Garling or Emu, and the risk posed by Blackbeard's Devil Fruit powers. What can Gear 5 do to Marshall D. Teach when he inevitably taps into his awakened Devil Fruit powers? Another drawback to Luffy's Gear 5 transformation is the limitation within his imagination. It is definitely not an unlimited power. For example, he simply cannot just imagine his enemies being defeated and it will automatically happen. So it isn't an instant win condition. When Luffy uses his Gear 2nd, Gear 3rd, and Gear 4th, we know that it dramatically drains his stamina and possibly even shortens his lifespan. Similarly, when Luffy uses his awakened powers, it also seems to have a significant impact on his stamina. In his battle with Kaido and the numerous instances on Egghead Island, we witness a terrifying transformation into an old man during and after battles in his Gear 5 state. In the anime, this is further emphasized with Luffy's colors becoming muted. However, he can restore his vitality and stamina by eating excessive amounts of food, and similar to his other forms, he seems to gradually gain a better grasp and handle on mastering his transformations without as many limitations over time. But arguably, the most potential danger of Luffy's awakening is the form itself. There's a theory that Luffy's apparent death allowed the spirit of his devil fruit to take over his body, potentially bringing him back to life. Some evidence supports this, such as Luffy's heartbeat clearly changing and his uncontrollable laughter while using the form. Zunisha even comments that this is the first time it has heard the drums of liberation in 800 years, specifically mentioning that Joy Boy has returned. This suggests that the spirit of Joy Boy might have entered Luffy to revive him. This might sound strange, but we must consider that devil fruits seem to have a will of their own as mentioned by the 5 elders. The spirit of Joy Boy living inside the devil fruit for all these years, waiting for the right person to awaken his abilities, is possible, especially when you consider that Shanks stole the fruit, fully aware what the Gomu Gomu no Mi truly represented. His seemingly random but fateful encounter with Luffy in the first chapter of the story intertwined the destiny of the devil fruit with Luffy's journey. Speaking of fate, what is the significance behind Luffy's awakened form? Dr. Vegapunk explains to the Straw Hats that devil fruits originate from people's dreams and aspirations for the future, and that devil fruit users are manifestations of someone's imagination from another dimension. The first glimpse of Joy Boy was discovered in the bonfire scenes of Skypiea, where Luffy, as a natural enemy to the false god Enel, dispersed the dark clouds and rang the golden bell, signifying the dawn and foreshadowing his role as the sun god. The theme of dawn is powerful in One Piece, with Luffy's victories often marking the sunrise or ending dark times such as Alabasta and Dressrosa. Additionally, the original Joy Boy left messages on poneglyphs about his return 800 years later, aligning with Zunisha's comments in Wano about hearing the drums of liberation in the present. The Straw Hats are gathering road poneglyphs to reach Laptail and uncover the treasure of Joy Boy. In essence, Joy Boy's appearance in Skypiea, the dawn symbolism, and Luffy's repeated triumphs suggest that Gear 5 will be crucial in revealing the Void Century's true history and potentially discovering the One Piece. So don't miss out on the exclusive Luffy Gear 5th playmat at nengarden.com. It's perfect for capturing Luffy's extraordinary power. And if you're interested in Luffy's rise to becoming one of the 4 emperors, click on this video right here.